How's it going, everyone? It seems like everybody is still on a high after the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium lineup reveals, and we have some more good news regarding that. A little game coming to Plus Premium, The Legend of Dragoon, got some good news about its arrival as a classic title, so we'll talk all about that. Speaking of classics, a major classic Square Enix game may be making a comeback, and as far as RPGs go, a Souls-like action RPG has gotten its release window revealed. As far as a month goes, we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, man, Plus Extra, Plus Premium, the lineup this month is absolutely insane. They got a free online multiplayer weekend going on right now. I believe Sony themselves, if you go on their Twitter page, they highlighted that they are doing some giveaways for PlayStation Plus subscriptions. And nevertheless, what I am excited about is the games refresh that is coming here very shortly. The Plus Extra lineup is great. You got Horizon Forbidden West, Scarlet Nexus, Tekken 7, Ace Combat, just a lot of great stuff. But the premium lineup definitely inspired some joy in a lot of people, myself included. The Legend of Dragoon is coming as a Plus premium title, as a classics. And when we talk about premium titles, when we talk about the classic games we'd like to see on the service, Legend of Dragoon was always at the forefront. Hell, going back a couple of years, I've been talking about how I'd love to see a full-on remake of The Legend of Dragoon helmed by a studio like Bluepoint. Highly doubt that's ever gonna happen, but one step in the right direction. We are getting it as a Plus classic title. And here we go, even better news. TrueTrophies.com exclusively revealed that The Legend of Dragoons will be getting trophy support in the game. This is a question that I saw in my comment section quite a bit, whether or not the game was getting trophies. It looks like it will be getting trophies, so as you guys might know, some of the classics games do get trophies, some of them don't. Legend of Dragoon is such an iconic game that it would have been a disservice to the title if it didn't get trophies. Now, I want to say something about The Legend of Dragoon, and I plan on doing a dedicated video on it. I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding it. However, I do also want to reiterate to you guys that some of you guys might be swept up in my excitement, my jubilation, and everybody else that played this game, their excitement. Do bear in mind, at the end of the day, it is a PlayStation 1 Classics title. This game does not reinvent the wheel as far as JRPGs go. It has a very interesting story, it has a really likable cast of characters, a well-done battle system, and a lot of things that I do like. However, at the end of the day, it is a game that's, north of 2 decades old. So just, if you're going into The Legend of Dragoon for the first time, keep your expectations in line, because it's not going to be this game that is going to, set the bar for you for JRPGs. At least I don't think it will be. I think a lot of us, and a lot of reason why myself and so many other people are excited about it, is that this game, in that PS1 era, and I was a young lad back in these days, but this game was super iconic in that era. Like, when you went to a buddy's house and they had a copy of The Legend of Dragoon, you just looked at that cover and you're like, holy hell, this game looks sick. It's called The Legend of Dragoon, bro. That sounds so cool. And like, the artwork was really cool. And then obviously that got a lot of people into the game, and there was a lot of money spent on the marketing on this game, by the way, as well. I played it way back in the day, never got into it because I didn't own the game myself. It wasn't until I bought it. I think it was available as a PlayStation 3 title, as a PS1 on PS3 game, and then I transferred it over to my PSP. I just vividly remember somehow playing this game on my PSP Go and really enjoying it, and PSP Go in itself is a really big throwback as well. And that was kind of when I got super into The Legend of Dragoon, and I enjoyed the game quite a bit. It's just, my excitement, I saw somebody comment being like, whoa, your excitement for this game is really contagious, I'll check it out. I don't want people to think that this is gonna be like the reinvention of the wheel as far as their RPG experiences go, but if you want a likable story, likable cast of characters, a good story, a lengthy RPG, I do think you're gonna ultimately enjoy the game quite a bit. But again, PS1 game, just a lot of you guys maybe a little bit younger and you grew up with the PS2 or something. Yeah, the game is gonna show its age. That's just a reality when you're talking about games that are 2 decades old. Speaking of games that are decades old, Final Fantasy Tactics is a game that a lot of people want to see make a comeback, and it looks like a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster is on the horizon. Now, Final Fantasy Tactics originally came out back in 1997. The North American release was in 1998. A lot of you guys probably got exposed to FF Tactics with Final Fantasy Tactics The War of the Lions, which was released on the PlayStation Portable. That was an enhanced version of the original PS1 version of the game, and a very much enhanced version of the game, and that's how I got introduced to Final Fantasy Tactics. Although I did play Final Fantasy Tactics 8-2 as well, and enjoyed that quite a bit. On top of that, somebody tweeted to Jason Schreier saying, where is the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster? And Schreier kept it simple, just said coming, and yeah, I mean, given that Square Enix has really been on the bring back our classic titles train, you look at something like Chrono Cross, they did work with the older Final Fantasy titles. I mean, FF7 got a full-on remake, and I don't expect Final Fantasy Tactics to get a full-on remake, but a remaster of War of the Lions, man, I think that'll do really, really well. Price it at $29.99, but let's be real, after seeing that Tactics Ogre price point, could we see a $49.99 price point? I wouldn't be all too shocked about that at all. Chrono Cross was at $19.99, but Chrono Cross was an upgraded version of that PS1 release. Tactics Ogre might be something you want to pay more attention to, because Tactics Ogre, same release style as Final Fantasy Tactics, where Tactics Ogre had a PS1 release, then there was Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together on the PSP, and then ultimately we got Reborn, which was an enhanced version of the PSP release, and that was priced at $50. So Tactics, if it gets a remaster, I'll put money on it being $50, which, you know, might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but these are the times we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Lastly, I do want to note, Lies of P is launching in August, a Souls-like action RPG that will be coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and it will be available via Xbox Game Pass. This is a game that's been getting quite a bit of attention. As far as Souls-likes go, this looks to be one of the bigger budget ones and definitely has an interesting setting. The game notes, you wake at the abandoned train station of Krat, a city overwhelmed by madness and bloodlust. In front of you, you find a single note. Play as Pinocchio, a puppet mechanoid, to find this mysterious person, overcome all the calamity that awaits you. Trust no one can help you. You must always lie to others to become human. Inspired by the familiar story of Pinocchio, Lies of P is an action Souls-like game set in a cruel, dark, Belle Epoque world. All of humanity is lost in a once beautiful city that has now become a living hell filled with screams. Lies of P is an elegant world filled with tension, deep combat system, and a gripping story. Lead and experience Pinocchio's unrelenting journey towards humanity. The game notes, a dark fairy tale retold. The timeless tale of Pinocchio has been reimagined with dark and striking visuals set in the fallen city of Krat. Pinocchio desperately fights to become human against all odds. Visual concept, the city of Krat was inspired by the Belle Epoque era in Europe, late 19th century to the early 20th century, and is the epitome of a collapsed city bereft of prosperity. Flying quests and multiple endings, weapon making system, and a special skill system has been noted as well, and a brand new trailer just dropped. So the game is scheduled for release sometime in August, and I imagine a game like Lies of P is gonna be one of those games that after, you know, we get to June and July especially, and there's a little bit of a lull in the game releases, I can easily see a game like Lies of P coming out and getting quite a bit of attention, because if it comes out in that middle to late August period, you know, maybe people are dying to play a new game release, and this is one a lot of people gravitate towards. I mean, Souls-like inherently usually get a lot of attention, and this one has an interesting style. It'll be available through Xbox Game Pass as well, so super accessible on PC and Xbox. We'll see how it turns out when it drops later this year in the summer. But that is going to do it for me. Again, as far as Legend of Dragoon goes, looks like that game's going to get trophy support, so that is great to hear. Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered could be on the horizon, and Lies of P will be dropping in August. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.